Welcome to 50 Essentials if you're new to my channel. My name is Josie. Welcome. Um, and I believe y'all should be able to see this. So let me go ahead and mute over here so I can grab you and actually see your comments. Woo! Oh, wrong channel. Why did I? Things have been wacky today. This is the whole reason why I'm even talking to y'all right now. Things have been very wacky today, okay? I'm trying. Y'all. Um, I decided I'm not even gonna fool with the green screen anymore. I can't do it. I can't deal with it because I'm trying to streamline what I'm doing. So this is an energy check-in that I did not plan on doing as usual, right? I'm chilling, minding my business, and now all of a sudden, I am talking to you. So, here we are. And I also have my handy dandy tarot cards. This is going to be a different energy check-in. So, please share. If you are watching, please definitely share, okay? Because apparently we're pulling cards for the collective, right? I'm just saying, apparently. I'm putting my link tree so y'all can find it easily. Oh man. But yeah. So as I was minding my business and everything came to a halt, I decided to go ahead and do this live video because I thought that it was 4 p.m. 3 hours ago. You know how like when you walk down a hallway and the light bulb flickers? That's what time is doing right now. And I needed to check in to find out what y'all are going through, right? What you're noticing. What kind of glitches you seem to be experiencing. They're not discrepancies. They're just, clues. They're just confirmation of what's happening. It's not a discrepancy. Hey, love. Welcome. Pamela from Higher Vibrations in the house. How you doing? All right. So she says she's very interested in what's in store for the Aries in the house. All right. How are you? I am doing well because I've been resting, right? And I've been really working on protecting my energy as well. And these energies are crazy indeed. Okay. I'm like, why is time doing that thing that light bulbs do? Why is it flickering? Time shouldn't flicker like that. But at the same time, no pun intended. We're right where we need to be, and we're seeing all of the evidence of it. It's great, even though it looks a hot mess. There is no what's right and what's wrong. There is nothing, right? Everything you've ever known, okay? You got to really make it big and stretch it out. You got to really expand here. Everything you have ever known, you are having to now reconfigure what it means, what it translates to. And for a lot of it, what's happening is there are no more concrete meanings to anything. As humans, the moment that you get here, especially in the US, right? There's words and there's meanings attached to them, and that's just the way it is. And now everything is so fluid, you're having to take everything that you've ever known that is changing, right? And now, instead of a chair being just a chair with the word chair attached to it, now it's got all of this going on, It's more than just that. You know what I'm saying? So those are your numbers. Oh, really? Nice. So there's a lot happening right now. And the deconstruction and reconstruction simultaneously, that would drive anyone nuts. It's more than just a pardon our dust thing. It's a, okay, we took this down and we're putting this up in its place. Literally, as soon as that thing comes down, some of the materials from that thing are still going to be used and put in different places with new materials in a completely different structure. So you've got teams of energies, teams of humans and star seeds and light workers, literally simultaneously deconstructing and reconstructing right before your eyes. So if you're walking down the street one day and you freak out because you're just looking at the sky like normal, nothing should be up there but a bird, a plane, a cloud, right? You know, nothing out of the ordinary. And you might see something that's not even a UAP, UFO, whatever they're calling it. You may see a whole object or a whole city, a whole scene, a whole life. You might have a moment where you literally see through a portal. Okay? And you're going to stop in your tracks and you're going to be like, yo, what's going on? It's like if you peeked behind the curtain before a show, before a ballet or before a play, you know, like you're going to start seeing with your physical eyes things in this physical reality that seem out of place, right? That seem not right. But as long as you keep that open heart space, you won't get wrapped up in your head about it. And when you move through these experiences, you'll be like, okay, yeah, we're here. You know, we're really here. It's real. It should be a reinforcement of your current belief system about what it is that you're creating with the collective consciousness, okay? Which is fifth dimensional or higher reality here in the now being made physical because you're doing it. And the physical is responding to what you're doing. Okay, expect a response. And don't necessarily expect everything to look perfect at first. It's gonna look weird. You know, some of y'all know you weren't always cute. You know, there were stages when you were growing up from a baby where you looked a little bit like your mom or you looked a little bit like your dad. You looked odd sometimes. You know, some people were not always just cute all the way through. there were some moments where it was like, yeah, they got something going on. It's okay. They're growing, right? And that's kind of what's happening with the planet. You know, it's not cute when you have to be broken down and built back up. You know, it wasn't cute in basic training when we had to be broken down and built back up. Not at all, okay? We are not in a cute phase right now. We're not trying to be cute. We're just trying to get it done, right? Wow. It's amazing. Your awareness is so expanded, even if you don't even know what's going on, because yes, we all have different, how do you say? We all have different awarenesses going on here, right? You know, one person, they don't think that their psychic abilities are working, even though they are. They just had not recognized it They had not followed the synchronicities or noticed the synchronicities to tell them that response back. Yeah, you are functioning in your spiritual faculties, right? They had not really had that conversation with the response. So they think that they are not aware. Oh, we're all definitely a whole nother level of aware right now, and nobody is left out. Even the people who are die-hard I want to suffer fans have some level of awareness now. Okay, that was part of the most recent shift, whether you wanted it or not, because let all that have eyes see. But it's all about how you perceive it. If somebody else could have that same experience where they're experiencing the same synchronicities as you. However, if they place number one, a concrete meaning to it, that's already gonna trap them. And then number two, if that meaning is negative or dismissive to what the collective is actually putting out there, it's going to turn into a whole experience that nobody wants, but that person obviously has to go through it in order to get to where they're needing to go. Okay. People have to take detours. They got to go through a lot to actually understand. Okay. And hey, that's how it is. Okay. That's just how it is. But things are definitely multi-dimensional. It's not just you as a being, as an event that's happening here in this physical vessel. Now it's everything around you and the awareness that it is happening. It is multi-dimensional, and you're starting to see the other faces that you did not see before. When you draw something on a sheet of paper, you only see certain sides of it. When you literally, if you think about it, or if you want to practice that right now, if you have a pen and paper in front of you, if you draw a line on a piece of paper, all you're seeing is the face of the line that's facing you. What about the other side of the line that's actually on the paper? What about the top of the line and the bottom of the line and the two ends? They're all sides, but nobody ever really thinks about that. They're just thinking about what they can see. So when you're looking at whatever that you've drawn on a piece of paper and you're only counting the side that's facing you, you say, oh, this is two-dimensional from your third-dimensional perspective, right? But when you throw in a little sprinkle of the divine and you lean more into sacred geometry opposed to just basic geometry, which is just a part of that expansion, you'll realize that things are much deeper than they appear. But you've been surrounded by people that are constantly telling you it's not that deep. Now you get it. Now you understand why the response is, you're crazy, it's not that deep, you're looking too far into it, because they can only see that one face, that one side. They can't see what you see. And then there was a programming in place to even try to keep you from seeing it. The program took the command and just repeatedly said, you're looking too far into this. You're looking too deep into this. It's not that deep, blah, 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 in hopes, right? Because even mathematically, a lot of stuff is not precise with the math that we do, right? So there was this hope that the majority of everybody would just listen to what was being said and not bother to look too deep. Or even if they did have deep moments, that they would hear that and go, oh, I'm not supposed to have that. I'm not supposed to do this. This is wrong, because we have that duality of right and wrong going on. Everything was programmed and just, they kind of set it and forget it, right? The energies were set and forgotten because this was meant to go on for a certain period of time. And that's a long period of time for us. Okay. And it's just been like something left on record, just on a megaphone, just saying stuff, right? And the same method has been used on a physical level here with the humans here. Okay. Yeah, it's all coming back because it's like a, how do you say that? File. It's like a file that just kind of opened. There were some things that I wanted to talk about a couple of days ago, but I didn't have the energy to talk about them. Okay. Now that I've said all of that stuff that I just said, I want to talk about the galactic presence here in this physical reality while reality is changing, while our basic physics, basic math, all of the things that we've known of how things function and all of the things that we were so-called being able to measure within the confines of our understanding, it's starting to do things that we didn't know it could do. Reports and papers are having to be rewritten, and textbooks and all kinds of things are having to be revised. Okay, right now. Go do your own research in the science community and things like that. That thing that was supposed to be this way indefinitely, because that's the rule, is now showing you that it's more. And this is happening in everything, with you as a person and with all the things around you. Okay. There is a huge galactic presence right now. Okay. A lot of y'all are having the most beautiful and amazing dreams. And I'm not saying that they're all pleasant. Some of them may be disturbing, but you can't knock the quality. Okay. You went from seeing in black and white with the little fuzzy screen to true living color up in your dreams. A lot of y'all had a huge jump in your dream life. Okay. We know this, we're aware. Okay. So there's that part, and a lot of galactic interaction and conversation in your dream life, right? Then there's the galactic synchronicities throughout your day. No matter what you're doing, it just keeps popping up. There's this focus on galactic everything. And I say galactic on purpose because I'm hoping that you understand that it encompasses all things galactic. Okay? Because there are the UFOs, UAPs, whatever you want to call them, right? There's all of those forms of contact that we have, again, signed definitions to: first contact, second contact, and so on, right? But those forms of contacts are based on the physical. They're based on things that are physically happening, right? Then there's the beings themselves, right? That are, some of them are interdimensional, right? And some of them are extraterrestrial. And when you think of an extraterrestrial, it's not just in your solar system. It could be in another galaxy and whatnot. And depending on how far the galaxy is away, then you're going to be introducing interstellar travel, right? So there's all kinds of different galactic aspects that are happening. There's the extraterrestrials that were not physically incarnated here, and then you got the supposed extraterrestrials that have been here on this planet in a humanoid form, right? For a minute. You see what I mean? So I mean, I don't know if I would call them extraterrestrials, after you done been here for a little bit. I'm just saying. So yeah, there's all of this galactic stuff. And the energy is very high. So to me, the way that I feel about it is there's this push energetically. There's this huge push um, and a whole nother level of galactic interaction and communication. Okay. So those who have already been interacting in a very real way with the galactics, they have another level now that they've reached with experiences, and everybody's just shifted up, right? So those of you who have never seen a UFO, UAP, or whatever, you may start seeing them, right? Those who have been wanting to contact your star fam, you may finally have them coming in your dreams. And those of you who have already been dreaming and having these experiences, maybe through your third eye with visions and dreams, that now you're going to actually see physical representation with your physical eyes of beings around you. So there's a huge push with the galactic energy, particularly, that is happening right now. And it's going to be like one of those in your face situations. But again, you got to be discerning. You've got to really be with yourself, because there is also the timelines and realities of re-engineered, reverse engineered crafts, beings that are not so nice that are in human form, beings that are not so nice that are etheric, interdimensional. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta know what and who you're dealing with. And the only way you're gonna know is if you're connected to the source within you. Okay, that's gonna give you what you need to move accordingly in each moment, because so much is gonna change. And if you think that this year was wild, oh, it was a precursor. Okay, because we're ending a whole cycle. Next year is a numerology year 9. Okay, for the collective. Now, collectively, we're wrapping up the number 8, but we're already starting to get that energy of that number 9. Big endings, big changes. Okay, and when I think about the collective and I think about the numerology for the year coming toward us, I think about things being laid to rest after the chaos. So there's plenty more truth before now and the actual time that the new year starts, right? There's more truth that's going to come out, more confrontation. All of that has to come out because there's this laying to rest that's going to happen. And then there's the introspective moment with source that's going to happen. Okay, there's that moment of silence because all of this crap went down. You know, man, it was a wild ride, and now we have this moment of silence and connection. Okay, there's going to be a lot more beings connecting with source energy in a very real and obvious way as we move into 2025. A lot more people are either going to lean into their whatever their belief systems are, they're going to lean into them more, and things are going to be even more obvious. Okay. As far as what people believe. So for a lot of star seeds and light workers, you're going to see a lot more of them come out of the closet, right? And then for diehard religious people, they're just going to be more of what they've been. So just try your best to not engage, you know what I'm saying? For those who like to push their beliefs on other people and try to get them to conform and things like that. You know, we want to keep it fluid. Let them do that's their path, you know. Let them go through that and deal with that however they're going to deal with it. But over here, we're just being, you know, we're not trying to make anybody anything. Okay. But yeah, huge galactic energies, and I'm very excited about the galactics. It's so funny because there's this huge energy in 2025 about connecting with the divine, right? Connecting directly with source. So for a lot of you, I'm not saying that you got to throw away your ancestors and your spiritual teams and all those beautiful creative aspects of source, but there's going to be more of a pull to work directly with source as an energy than you've had before. Okay. I don't know why. I can't explain that, but there's definitely a direct connection with source that's going to be craved. It's a craving for, that direct connection, that and that such a connection that you can walk in it, that source is with you and it's obvious and it's a thing. You know what I mean? Like, this is not some situation where you're not carrying it with you. Like, the energy is going to be there. I guess for some of us, yeah, the luminous ones. Ha! The luminous ones are going to be obvious. You're going to be seeing them. Wow. Very, very bright beings. Man, if some of you light workers and starseeds thought that you were blinding people and making them uncomfortable like before, oh, it's going to be the reaction, the response to your presence is going to be something else for some of y'all. Don't take it personal. Okay? Disturbed. Getting a lot of messages about guiding people to speak up. Then there's then activities then that activates others to do the same. Then went through a time of warp and missed my normal life. Oh dear, you did today? You missed your life today. And I always set my notifications, okay? That which was seen as liabilities are past becomes assets, the very keys to others' freedom. Speak your truth. Nice. Yeah, it is easy to get lost in these energies, but are you really lost though? You know what I'm saying? If you're in the ocean, okay, and there's no land in sight, but you planned to be in the ocean, and there's no streets, no landmarks, are you lost? Or are you right where you need to be? And that's that thing. That's that anchoring. That's that being in source energy, and source energy being in you. Like it's there's this thing where it's like, you know what? I've got to tap into the all, because the way things are moving around me, I've got to have that information ready for anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's this big expansion, but there's that anchor within you of that source energy as well. It's very interesting, for sure. I know that we like to have our creativeness and have all of our little things, the way that we understand things, as humans, and the way we've been taught. But we're starting to get rid of all of the things, and we're going to simply be. We're not going to need to have all of these parts. Like, if you think of a bicycle, okay? If you were to take a bicycle apart, it would be a lot of parts to it. But what I feel like we're moving into is seeing the bike as a whole, just like you see your body as a whole. When you're functioning all together, every cell in your body, even though it has an individual process, it's your whole body is functioning all together. You're not thinking about how it's functioning intricately, separately, right? So when you start to perceive the things around you, you're no longer going to think about all of those parts, because you are like, everything is moving as a whole. Everything seems to be coming into oneness without the necessity to have to look at all of the parts and bring attention to all of the parts. Do you see what I mean? Hopefully you getting it, because I'm here. Okay, I was there, now I'm here. This is where we are. I'm just saying. I'm lurking often. Oh. Hi, love. Hey, Rose. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm starting to kind of absolutely love where I am at all times because what are you going to do? It's just too much. There's too much going on. What are you going to do? Right? Um, Grounding is not the same, and the security doesn't even mean the same thing anymore. And you ask yourself, well, look, check this out. I still got to go to work tomorrow. I still got to do this. I still got to do that. So, what does all of this mumbo jumbo mean for me? Because, I mean, how do you function? How? Right? And it's a constant letting go. You just let it go. However things happen throughout your day-to-day life, you just got to let it go. Keep letting it go. And for those of you who are wondering, well, what about standing up for yourself? Or what about, first of all, the moment that you have to stand up for yourself, you're already in that duality of right and wrong. And I'm not saying that you should put yourself in situations where you're vulnerable and being taken advantage of. Just move away from it. If it don't feel right, move away from it. Don't give it no attention. That's totally different from standing up for yourself and trying to force the situation to be corrected. Totally different. Feel it out. You don't like it? Get away from it. Don't pay attention to it. Move away. Remove yourself. Okay? That is the how. Okay? Mother Wind Spirit came in last night. Now under a tornado warning. Wow. She's speaking for real. Lots of throat chakra stuff. Oh my goodness. Wow. So I actually pulled some cards, y'all. This is quite interesting. Look, I get it when you get it. And I'm observing myself doing this. So I'm sitting here like, wow, so we really got cards, huh? Like, what's going to happen next? Literally, that's what's happening in my whole being right now. I'm trying to give y'all the play-by-play as I split myself to do this video because I'm sitting here like, what am I doing? Because my body's moving and I'm talking. But I'm like, okay, what's next? Oh, this is cool. All right, where are we going with this? Anyway, so we got that Ace of Cups. Okay, and this is collective energy that I'm tapping into right now, just so y'all know. And I'm pretty much gonna go out on a limb and say this is timeless. So place this on whatever timeline you want to place. I don't even feel comfortable thinking about time when it comes to these messages or this video. It's so weird, but it's okay. We got the Ace of Cups here, okay? We got the Seven of Pentacles here, the Ace of Wands, and then we've got the Queen of Wands. And the way that I see that spread for the collective is, again, there's this scenario like if somebody, like you have stage fright, and then they push you out there. And then the lights come on and you're in a spotlight. You've been pushed out on the stage. What are you going to do? You are going to be put on the spot. What are you going to do? Okay? Because you're being pushed into the Queen of Wands energy. Okay? And the Ace of Wands is saying, hey, this is not just action. This is divine action. Right? You say that you've been doing the work with the Seven of Pentacles. You say that you want more. You want to see results and things like that, right? But those results have to come through you as the physical vessel that is creating this reality. And you've got to be in your divine power, okay? So there was this huge desire that we've coaxed up. And now a lot of the action is going to be taken from this point on. There's going to be a lot of action. Okay. What I'm seeing is like Eight of Wands energy, things happening fast. If I wish I could tell y'all that this upcoming Mercury retrograde is going to be like most retrogrades where you're dealing with delays and I don't feel like this Mercury retrograde is, the perception is not going to be that there's a whole bunch of delays and standstills. The perception is going to be, oh no, this is a shit show. However, right? You may not be perceiving the delays as much as you used to with older retrograde periods, but because there's going to be so much fire energy and so much action and so many things changing, that's why. Okay. So a whole bunch of laws and rules and regulations and systems changing, right? So let's say you started a process and it had paperwork to deal with or whatever. You started a process. Well, during that process, something changed and you had to get, do this extra step or do that extra step. So this is why you're not perceiving the delays, because you're so active in the process, even though the end result is, yes, very much so delayed. You got all of these things because all of these changes are happening and you're just trying to stay in the game. So you're not gonna think, oh, this is taking forever because you got to do this and then this and this, stuff like that. But yeah, wow. Okay, yeah, courage and strength, like Leo energy, is going to be very, very important. You're going to have to literally be brave enough to live the life that you desire. You have to be brave enough to do that. Okay. There's going to be situations with a lot of people where they're going to be pushed into the opportunity to literally change their life, not just one area. It's going to be multiple areas of life because of whatever circumstances happen, whatever tower moments, you're going to be pushed. This is a sink or swim energy. Okay. And again, it's because things are being wrapped up. Things are being done, put away, archived. We're not doing that anymore. Okay. We're over here now. You got to get with the new, like all of it. You can't pick and choose what parts that you want to get with. You're going to be learning a lot, taking a lot of action, feeling a lot. It's going to be a lot. Okay. So for those of you who are not used to a lot and extra, just make sure you rest when you can and nourish your bodies with the things that bring you energy, because you're going to need it in order to not feel like this is a negative thing, right? Now, we've got this Ace of Cups I had not addressed yet. This is a lot of spiritual energy. And when you got these two aces together for the collective, this is the fire of spirit. Okay, because the Ace of Cups already is literally talking about divine energy here. And then you've got that fire of purification, of transmutation, that that all is in the now energy, that I am presence, that just, showed up on the scene and it's like, I got this. And then just starts doing stuff. And you're like, whoa, hold up. No, you're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to hold it up. It's just going to start moving. It's like, you call me, I'm here, let's get it popping. It's not going to be an energy where you can be like, wait, hold on, I got to do my hair. No. What we have been meditating about and setting intentions for as a collective is literally like here. And the awareness of it is going to be so obvious coming into 2025. It's going to be lit. Like you're going to have those moments where you're like, dang, what did we ask for? What did we manifest this? This is what, We wanted a peaceful world with blah, blah, blah. And you start to see all of this chaos. And you're like, this is what we manifested? Don't get it twisted. You got to be able to see through that. You got to get things out of the way before the smoke has to clear, the dust has to settle before you can see the truth, right? You got to ruffle stuff up. You got to get that machete and cut them woods down to make a clearing. Like, you called it in. Now you got to observe, get a visual, and make your own clearing, because you're going to have to take that action of making that clearing. Because nobody's going to make it clear for you. This is why you got to be anchored in the divine, and you got to be one with source energy, because you got to know what to move out of the way physically in order to see properly when there's things happening. Okay? Hopefully y'all got that, because I keep leaving and coming back, so forgive me here. 2025 gonna be the extra kit. I'm telling you, it's gonna be wild. So I don't feel like it's safe for anybody to think, oh man, 2025 better be better than 24. No, because the intensity, like I tell y'all all the time, the intensity is not going to let up. It's going to continue to get more and more intense. And every single time you survive it, you're still here. Okay? If you think back to 20 years ago, things might have been intense then for you. And you're still here. I think you're acclimating to the energies very well. I'm just saying. But there's more. There's always more. There's an infinite possibility of more. And we have to get to the point to where we live for that infinite possibility, instead of the boxes that we've created all over the place as humans, Aries energy in 2025. Yep. Heard we were coming into this year early, and now was the time to start. Yeah, there's a lot of people nesting right now. There's a lot of people spring cleaning. Like, what? I don't even know what the seasons are doing anymore. Okay? And soon gravity is going to get a little weird on us. Okay? I'm not sure. Anytime between now and 2027, gravity is going to start doing some weird stuff. Why? I have no idea. Okay? But it's going to get weird. And again, we're going to have to acclimate. We wanted this. We created this. Don't be mad because gravity is functioning differently when you say you wanted to live in a fifth dimensional or higher reality. I'm just saying. Be aware of what you've created. Like, be able to recognize it, You flatten your bed. So yeah, I'm excited about the action that we're going to be experiencing next year. And I'm not talking to anyone who has no idea remotely what I'm talking about. And I'm not talking to anyone who does not resonate with this at all. I am talking to my Starseed fam, my Lightworker collective, my ascending collective. That's who I'm talking to, because there's going to be quite, like, you thought that you had Kundalini moments. You thought that you had those ghost moments and all. Oh, honey, it's going to get off the chain. And mentally, you're going to have to, get right, okay? Because when more abilities come online and you had not mastered them yet, it may happen. And then it may not happen again for weeks until you figure out how it happened and then how to make it happen and things like that. And then also, of course, figure out why is it coming on now, like online now? What am I supposed to do with this? So I don't suggest that when new abilities come online that you say anything outwardly to a whole bunch of people until you've actually formed some type of understanding of what you're supposed to do with it, and mastery of it, right? And it's not to say that you can't go to somebody that you trust for help in that mastery process. It's just don't be out there like, yo, I set something on fire with my eyes yesterday, like, and not be able to duplicate it. You might make trouble for yourself. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But I mean, y'all see these two aces though? That's literally like source energy all up and through everything. Okay? And I'm like, ah! And then this is the embodiment of it, right? And this is literally the Seven of Pentacles is saying, hey, you got this far. There's that 8, 9, 10. You got 3 pentacles left. That's 7 of Pentacles. If you needed a scale to see where you were, you're 3 pentacles away. I'm just saying. Oh man, it's a very high vibrational, celebrational type energy. And it's a very, you can do it, very just a heart expanded, heart on fire energy. And it's great. It's awesome. I ain't telling my neighbors. Oh man, I wouldn't tell them either. Now, just keep up appearances. You know what? I complained about that. I'm guilty. I complained about the fact that who decided that we needed to keep up appearances all the way to the climax of everything. Like, we couldn't just slide into the very tail end of stuff, or the very beginning of stuff, I should say. Like, there was no like chill period. Why do we have to still go to work every day? Oh yeah, it does, because we're all working as a collective and not everybody is functioning on one accord in the physical. There's still a lot of people who have certain beliefs that are not allowing the systems to just transform as quick as we would want them to. Wow, I like how that just happened there. Hey, I swear there's at least 3 of me right now. Just like, and I'm over here trying to keep, the human in me is trying to keep track of what's happening in real time as I'm talking to y'all, because this is a very unique moment. I'm just saying. And I know y'all know, the ones who've been watching me, I'm like, hold up, what's going on? Everything is happening fast. I might be just caught up in the energy. I might be. I'm just caught up in the energy because a lot of times I feel things and I go through things so that I can explain to you what it's gonna be like or whatever. But man, this is yeah. Continue to nurture yourselves first. Okay, nurture yourselves first. There's a huge emphasis on home base. You are no good at all to anything, anyone around you or anything if you are not doing simple stuff. And I know it's not simple, especially if you're battling with negative energies. Eating, doing your personal hygiene on your physical body, doing your energetic hygiene on your energetic body, mastering your mental, mastering your emotions, feeling your emotions, doing the shadow work. If you're not doing those things, and I'm not saying you got to be religious about it and do it 2 or 3 times a day or even every day. If you're not making a conscious effort to do those things and loving on yourself and forgiving yourself and releasing the things that are not serving you in this reality right now so that you can move forward into the reality that you are consciously creating, because that thing, that thought, that feeling, that it can't go. It's not compatible. And when you start to get into that spiritual indifference to where you're not in your feelings about anything, it's just, okay, well, that's not compatible. Let me move over here and pay attention to this. Like it's that's we got to work to get there and to maintain that spiritual indifference, right? Love, everything, all the meanings that we put to everything is changing. It's getting real creative out there in a very real way, and it's awesome. There's gonna be a lot of spiritual learning next year as well. Spiritual learning. The ETs are going to be freaking awesome. You're going to hear about a lot of galactic interactions and stuff. There's going to be more channelings. There's going to be more people with galactic stories that they're coming forward. There's going to be a huge emphasis. And if you're not following the United States Space Force, you might want to go ahead and follow them on Instagram. Do your research about them. There's what they say, and then there's what you know, right? When you tap into source energy and find out, why is this here? What is this? Why was this created? What's the function of this really, right? Again, I want to repeat to y'all, the name of the supposed soldiers in the United States Space Force, they're called Guardians. That's already just enough to make me want to look into that. Okay, we have the Army. We call our Army soldiers. We have the Navy. The Navy is sailors. The Air Force is airmen. And out of nowhere, you got the Space Force, and they're called Guardians. Wait, what? I'm just saying. And I know we went around the world just now, because I know I'm all over the place, but hey, I knew that I was going to do a video, y'all. I knew I was going to do some kind of energy update or whatever. I just didn't know what it was going to look like. I let this come through me. I promise you, I was chilling. I was probably going to watch a movie or something. And literally, I just got up. I put my chair up. And then I fooled around with this. I had my green screen up and everything. And I tried with the tripods and everything. And I was like, screw it. I took the green screen down. It was complicating things. And then I finally came online. There's a lot. I'm going to do more videos. This retrograde, particularly, you're really going to have to work outside of what you think, what you've known. Okay? Yeah, there's going to be disruptions like normal, but you can get it done. You can still have it. You can still do it. Okay? Especially if it was already in progress. There's going to be some signs, mostly fire signs, that are going to be able to get away with doing new stuff during this retrograde too. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, roll the dice in November. Okay? Roll the dice. I don't know what y'all got going on, but the divine is literally behind you, making it work. Okay? I think I'm gonna let y'all go here because, oh my gosh, right? Again, channeling is quite fun because you're here, you're there, you're everywhere, and then time don't exist. And I'm sitting here looking at this ticker, and I'm like, I done had y'all too long. But please share this video for anybody you think that will benefit from it. Like and subscribe, and definitely visit my link tree. It is pinned in the comments of this video right now, and it's also in the description box. You can schedule a reading with me. You can text me or email me to inquire about a reading. I've got gift certificates available, so you don't even have to get the reading right now. You can just get a gift certificate and use it whenever. What else I got going on? I'm still halfway done with my kitchen. My pantry will be here on Tuesday. So I'm excited about being able to get my dining room table back, but I still need my shelves and I still need the paint for my kitchen. So I appreciate any kind of support, whether you donate or you actually get a service from me. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I intend to see y'all more often and soon. Check out my other social media as well because I have some scheduled posts going out that I think you'll enjoy. So have a beautiful day, night, evening, loves, and I will talk to you soon.